Hello everyone, my name is Angie and welcome back to my channel, Angie Rose Nomad. And welcome to laundry day. That's right, it is laundry day. Just, chilling, messy bun, shirt with a stain on it, give it up for laundry day. I absolutely hate laundry day, so I'm gonna need you guys to come over and fold the laundry for me. I never separate clothes, I leave my clothes sitting in the dryer too long, and then when I finally get to folding them, I have to restart the dryer because they're kind of wrinkly. Some things I have to iron. Oh, Lord forbid. Me and an iron do not go together at all. Somehow, I always get more wrinkles after I iron. It's crazy. Does anyone else have a huge problem with laundry? Or is that just me? But anyway, we also have a historic video today. I am going to try my hardest and do this video in one take. And if you guys have been around on my channel for a while, you will know that I am constantly bumbling over words. But I recently saw someone that was working on interviews and things like that, like interviewing people. And they said, just keep going, just keep talking and the words will come and the question will come. So I'm going to try and apply that to this video. But today's video, I have my book collection part 2, because I'm not really counting the ASMR video that I did. So this is part 2. So I have 7 more books to show you guys, and maybe I can find some that I need to read or some that I could let go of, because I've had some of these books a really, really long time. So I just sneezed, so that's why you're gonna see that edit, but yeah, I can do it. I can do it. I know I can do it, guys. So the first book that I have to share with you, I actually bought from a Goodwill store. And I know that this author is very popular on Booktube, or was a few years ago. And the author is Emery Lord, and the book I got is The Start of Me and You. So on the back it says, "It's been 1 year since it happened. When Paige, Hancock's first boyfriend, died in a swimming accident, she shut out almost everyone. Now Paige has decided it's finally time to rejoin the world, and she has a plan. First on the list, go out with Ryan Chase, her longtime and newly single crush. And last on the list, swim. Terrifying, yet possible. But when Ryan's sweet nerdy cousin Max moves to town and recruits Paige for the Quiz Bowl team of all things, her perfect plan is thrown for a serious loop. Starting over isn't easy, but Paige knows the scariest things are usually the most difficult. Can she face her fears and open herself up to life and love again?" So I very much feel that Paige is going to end up with Max. Raise your hand if you agree. Me. I also am filming in a new location, and I'm filming in my living room. I totally should have turned my TV off because I keep getting like a glare coming at me, and it's very, very distracting, making me more rambly than usual. The next book I had duplicates of, and I didn't know that, but I guess it means I really, really wanted to read it. And shocker, I still have not read it. And it is called Disarm. This is by June Gray. I got this book for free from my old boss, and then I went to Barnes & Noble and picked it up without realizing that I already had it. Yeah, so this is a military romance, which I am totally in the mood for now that I've found this book, and I need to make this happen. I have plans for pretty much the rest of the year. October, I want to read like thriller books. So November is kind of like a cozy time for me, like fantasy, mysteries, things like that. I really just like to get hunkered in when it's starting to get really cold and just enjoy a freaking awesome book. December in the South is our coldest time of year. December and January are, you don't want to go anywhere, but I really like to get in the spirit in November. So on the book club that I am a part of called We Be Bookin', again, link will be in the description down below if you guys want to go join, I'm going to be doing a cozy mystery discussion, and I was looking for different books to do a poll on what everyone wanted to read, and I found all of these great ideas, but I thought to myself, only one can be chosen. So I have to make, which ones do I want to read? And I kind of felt like, well, maybe I should just read them all in November and maybe knock out some fantasy as well. And then Christmas, December, pretty much the entire month of December is Christmas for me because I'm a Christmas person. That holiday is my jam. I should do a house tour when it gets that time because it looks like an elf vomited in my house. But I like to read my Christmas novels. I have a few from NetGalley that I really want to read, and then a few that I don't think I've read that are part of my collection. So every year I buy a children's Christmas book and an adult Christmas book, and I think there are a few that I didn't get to last year. But that being said, I have no idea where I'm going to fit this in. I have read so many books already this month, and I don't think that this is going to happen. But maybe next month, if I land on romance in Bookopoly, I will choose it. But it says on the back, when the secrets of the past begin to surface, the truth can be disarming. 26-year-old Elsie Sherman has had a crush on her brother's best friend, Henry Logan, since she was 12 years old. Unfortunately, Henry, now an Air Force officer, has only ever treated her like a younger sister, stepping into her brother's shoes after he was killed in action. That is, until the night when one dance ignites a sensual fire between the two, leaving Elsie aroused and confused. Is she allowed to lust after her surrogate big brother, who also happens to be her roommate? As the passion between them crosses a line into a territory that flirts with the forbidden, Elsie decides to give herself to the man she has always desired. But Elsie is not prepared for where the relationship will take her. Henry has been harboring two secrets. One can bring them closer together, the other will tear them apart. Now, with each startling new revelation, Elsie realizes that only she can decide if the past can ever be forgiven and if a future with Henry is worth fighting for. So that is Disarm by June Gray. Okay, next I have another very, very beloved book on Booktube, and it is part of the Reese Witherspoon's book club picks as well, and it is called Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. I kind of always mix this one up with Where Did You Go, Bernadette? And I read that one. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to wait for the movie to come out on demand yet, or I don't think it's in the theaters anymore. But it looks cute. It looks cute. But yeah, I don't know why I always confuse these two. But on the back, this one said, no one's ever told Eleanor that life should be better than fine. Meet Eleanor Oliphant. She struggles with appropriate social skills and tends to say exactly what she's thinking. Nothing is missing in her carefully timetabled life, where weekends mostly consist of frozen pizza, vodka, and phone chats with Mummy. Preach. But everything changes when Eleanor meets Raymond, the bumbling IT guy from her office, whose big heart will ultimately help Eleanor find the way to repair her own profoundly damaged one. Smart, warm, and uplifting, Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine is the story of an out-of-the-ordinary heroine whose deadpan weirdness and wit make for an irresistible journey as she realizes the only way to survive is to open your heart. Sounds so good. I know so many people love it. I hope it's for a great reason, and I can't wait to read this one. Okay, what is this? I have the backs. I'm doing the backs, so it's kind of like a mystery. I think this is something with 1,000 mirrors or 1,000 islands. Oh, well, that went completely wrong. It's called Beyond. No, it's not. It's called Behind the Beautiful Forevers. This is by Catherine Boo, and it says Life, Death, and Hope in a Mumbai Undercity. It looks really, really good. So on the back, it says, in this brilliant, breathtaking book by Pulitzer Prize winner Catherine Boo, a bewildering age of global change and inequality is made human through the dramatic story of families striving for a better life in Anawadi, a makeshift settlement in the shadow of luxury hotels near the Mumbai airport. As India starts to prosper, the residents of Anawadi are electric with hope. Abdul, an enterprising teenager, sees a fortune beyond counting in the recyclable garbage that richer people throw away. Meanwhile, Asha, a woman of formidable ambition, has identified a shadier route to the middle class. With a little luck, her beautiful daughter, Anawadi's most everything girl, might become its first female college graduate. And even the poorest children, like the young thief Kalu, feel themselves inching closer to their dreams. But then Abdul is falsely accused in a shocking tragedy. Terror and global recession rock the city, and suppressed tensions over religion, caste, sex, power, and economic envy turn brutal. With intelligence, humor, and deep insight into what connects people to one another in an area of tumultuous change, Behind the Beautiful Forevers, based on years of uncompromising reporting, carries the reader headlong into one of the 21st century's hidden worlds and into the heart of families impossible to forget. That is that book there. I think I basically have for you guys, with the exception of this book, a stack of things that I picked up because of Booktube. And the next thing I want to share is called A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Bachman. I think everyone has heard of this before. I recently, like 2 months ago, read Beartown, and then I followed it up with a sequel, and I need it to be finished now. He's had about 2 years now between, finishing the second book and now, so where's the third book? I know it needs to be translated, but we need to get a move on. I need to know what's going to happen next. I still have not picked this up, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up. I know that this is probably his most popular one, but it says, all you need is Uwe. At first sight, Uwe is almost certainly the grumpiest man you'll ever meet, a curmudgeon with staunch principles, strict routines, and a short fuse. People think him bitter, and he thinks himself surrounded by idiots. Uwe's well-ordered solitary world gets a shake-up one November morning with the appearance of new neighbors, a chatty young couple and their 2 boisterous daughters, who announce their arrival by accidentally flattening Uwe's mailbox with their U-Haul. What follows is a heartwarming tale of unkept cats, unlikely friendships, and a community's unexpected reassessment of the one person they thought they had all figured out. Sounds really, really good. All of these sound so good. I have been on a book on haul binge lately. I've just been, reading so much this month. I think out of everything that I've read this month, I know I'm getting rid of at least 7 books, regardless if I like them or not. I just have to think to myself, am I going to reread it? And if the answer is no, then it's gotta go. So far, it seems to be working, but I just don't want to regret it one day, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of hesitant. But then I go in my closet where I have more bookshelves and have been pulling down books, and I'm just like, Angela, you've had this book for 3.5, 4 years, and you haven't even thought about it since the day you bought it. It's time for it to go. So I've also been unhauling books that I haven't read yet, which is hurting my soul a little bit, but making a note of it and, going to check it out from the library if I really want to read it that bad. I think that's going to be the way that I have to move forward. Does anyone else take a notebook or screenshots on your phone with you when you go to the library to pick books out? I watch so many booktubers and I'm like, oh, screenshot. And then I have my little notebook and I'm like, okay, what's the next book? Yeah. Anybody else? Just me? Okay. Moving on. The next one is called On Dublin Street by Samantha Young. Another romance, which is not my typical genre. I do enjoy romance. I just don't read it that much. And I think my favorite one is... I can't even remember the one. My favorite romance author. Higgins. Suzanne Higgins. She wrote The Perfect Match as part of a Blue Heron series, I think. It's book 2 in the Blue Heron series. I'll leave the link to Goodreads down in the description below so you can go check it out if you're curious. But I read that one first. I didn't know that it was part of a series and just binged the series. That one was my favorite, but I love everything written by her, even her standalones. They usually feature a dog, and it's really fun, and I just really enjoy it. But I also really like good romantic suspense books. I have a couple that I have been thinking about rereading back in my closet, and I remember just devouring those when I was younger, probably later in high school. I just love action to go with the romance, love peril. So if you have any good romantic suspense books, please be sure and let me know. But this one, On the back, it says 4 years ago, Jocelyn left her tragic past behind in the States and started over in Scotland, burying her grief, ignoring her demons, and forging ahead without attachments. Her solitary life is working well, until she moves into a new apartment on Dublin Street, where she meets a man who shakes her carefully guarded world to its core. Braden Carmichael is used to getting what he wants, and he's determined to get Jocelyn into his bed. Knowing how skittish she is about entering a relationship, Braden proposes an arrangement that will satisfy their intense attraction without any strings attached. But after an intrigued Jocelyn accepts, she realizes that Braden won't be satisfied with just mind-blowing passion. The stubborn Scotsman is intent on truly knowing her, down to the very soul. Sounds a little steamy. What do we think? Steamy? Yeah. Okay, and the last book I have to share with you guys, another Booktube buy, and it is called Easy. This is by Tamara Weber. I don't think I've ever read anything by her before. I know that this guy, like here, has always reminded me of the guy that played Caleb on Pretty Little Liars, if you guys ever watched that show, and I have no idea why. And this girl, there was a show, it was called Blood Ties, I think. She's been in other things, I just can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but they both look like those people. So this one's really short. It says he watched her but never knew her, until, thanks to a chance encounter, he became her savior. The attraction between them was undeniable, yet the past he'd worked so hard to overcome and the future she'd put so much faith in threatened to tear them apart. To get together, only together, could they fight the pain and guilt, face the truth, and find the unexpected power of love. So that is Easy. So out of the 7 books that I showed you guys, these 6 have all been because BookTube recommended them. Shame on you. Shame. I hope you are ashamed if you make content on BookTube. Shame. I'm just kidding. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know if you've read any of them, what you thought of them. If you have any good romantic suspense books, leave your recommendations. Also, what you think of the new location. Yes, I know I need to get a light over here to kind of brighten everything up. And yes, I know I need to not have laundry days on days where I'm filming videos so you guys don't see, stains and stuff like that. But this is real life. No makeup, no filter. You know what? We do what we can on our channels. And I also figured that we all needed a break from the banana room, because I know I did. I'm sick of filming in there. And my neighbor still hasn't gotten his damn guns, so I can't go back to filming with my off-white background. It's almost white, but it's not. But I can't go back to that, and I can't film in front of my bookshelves because everyone's asleep when I film, so, we do the best with what we can. One day, you guys will see, like, a really awesome backdrop, and you'll be like, Angie, what happened? Moving on up in life. That's what happened, folks. Maybe by then I'll have hired a maid and she'll do my laundry. That's the only thing. The maid would come over, do my laundry, and then kind of cut the air down so when I wake up, I'm not freezing and want to stay in bed. Because I like to be freezing cold when I go to sleep, but warm when I wake up or I don't get up. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't think I'm going to have too many edits. I know I sneezed, like I said, and then I kicked my camera, so I know there are going to be a couple, but we'll see. We'll see where we go. And I hope that this worked out a little bit better. It made me feel like I'm connecting with you guys more as well, so I hope you guys like it. But as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to become part of the tribe if you have not already. I do post new bookish videos on my channel every week. I'm going to stop saying Monday. When do I post Mondays? No, I'm going to stop saying Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday because I'm cursing myself with Fridays. So we're going to secretly put out in the universe every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I'm just going to say it every week for now. I'm thinking of also tweaking my schedule a little bit, but I'll have to let you guys know. I just feel like I'm needing new and fresh ideas, but after the reading month I've had, I think I'm getting some juice back. So that is all for me. I'm gonna go ahead and go so I can go full clothes, more like read, you know how true life is. Oh, one last thing. Okay, sorry. I know this is a rambly video, but if you watch Bring the Funny, I want to know what you guys thought of the Chris and Paul show on last night's episode with the cookie. I just felt that was so relatable. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. So yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go. I will see you guys very soon. Bye.